Welcome back to Early Callers. Welcome to episode 1 of What's in the Box, What's on the Bench. Now, I never thought I'd be doing these sorts of videos, but I actually quite enjoy watching the videos that people post of them receiving stuff that they've ordered and or what they're working on. So I've decided to combine this into one episode called What's in the Box, What's on the Bench. So I'm going to start off with what is in the box. And I've actually already opened this bag, but I haven't opened this. So I'm going to show you my latest purchases from Aliexpress. And item number 1 is a set of alloy AR44 axles from, front axle at least, from BDRC of Aliexpress, and that is it. Now, these are great. I think I've talked about these in a video before, maybe, but these are really, really good. They're AR44 copies, and everything's all alloy, and they are really, really good. They are sturdy. The universals, they have universals. They don't break. They don't snap. Well, I haven't done any. The ring and pinions are good, and they're interchangeable. Comes with a servo plate there and a servo horn and all the necessary screws and nuts and bolts that you'd need. Now, I am using this because now I don't think I've actually published this video yet, but I basically nicked this exact same front axle out of my Endura LCG rig, and I need to replace it, so I'm putting that one back in. And there'll be a video at some stage of why I nicked the one out of that. So that's item number 1. Pretty happy about that. Take away the plastic bits. Item number 1. More rubbish. Now, I'd love to unpack this in front of the camera, but truth be known, I'll go to the post office, pick it up from the post office box, and I'll get in the car and open them straight away, because half the time I can't remember what I ordered, and I'm kind of excited to open it. Now, number 2, we have brass knuckles to suit this front axle, and I really can't remember where I bought that from. I don't actually remember. It could be BDXRC, is it BDRC? BDXRC, I might put a link. They're pretty generic things. Next item is ring and pinion, again to fit this axle here, because I need to put underdrive in the front axle to give me underdrive, overdrive in the LCG rig. So again, just parts that I'm replacing because I nicked the axle out of that one. Shocks. Now these are shocks. I'm dead set hopeless because I can't remember where I bought these from either, but I'm going to link all this stuff. But these are, again, fairly generic shocks available off Aliexpress. They're 80mm, and I really just bought them as spares in case I'm sort of custom fabricating. They're really cheap. They work quite well. They come with another set of springs and a heap of spare O-rings and bits and pieces, so I really like these. I use these on a few different rigs, like the Endura LCG rig there. They're pretty much the same shocks, just different colour. They might be 90mm. These ones are 80. Now, after I actually bought these, I was looking for something in my box of spares and found that I've actually already got a couple of sets of these, so now I've got another set, so just for spares. English. We have 32mm rubber grommets. Now they are not for RC, that's for a totally different project I have on the go, but I bought them because I need them and they're cheap. Now this is another sort of a speculative purchase. These are stainless steel links for a TRX Force 313mm a 313mm wheelbase TRX4 from it says year run. I've been mucking around building new links recently, and I kind of like building new links, but it's also time consuming. So I bought some of these because they're dirt cheap. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but they're dirt cheap, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stick these in the spares kit. So next time I need to build some links, I'm going to whip these out and just see if I can make these work with new rod ends instead of having to sort of cut tube, cut rod and build links. So that covers the what's in the box segment of this video. And the second segment is this thing, which the wheels aren't actually attached. So I'm going to put that there and quickly make sure that's still in shot. Actually, I might start off this one. This one here is my Beluga, fake Bronco, fake Traxxas TRX4. And I'm working on this, and I have started filming video on this, but I don't think it's been uploaded. I am doing some mods to this because I don't really like the Bronco body, so I'm modifying it. So my first plan is to basically make it into a TRX4 Sport for starters, which means I need to take off the clipless body system, and then I thought, and the lights and all that stuff. So I thought if I pull off all the fenders, the clipless body mounting system, the receiver with all the lights on it, and maybe some other bits and pieces, the bumpers, which are over here on the shelf, and package them up with that body, and hopefully I can flog that off to someone locally, because I just don't want it. I'm putting it back to a TRX4 Sport, basically. And what I have done, actually, the only thing of note I've really done is this is now sporting the actual genuine TRX4 rear axle. And the reason it's doing that is because I found out the wrong way that the Beluga TRX4 fake axles do not use the stock ring and pinion that comes in the TRX4, because I bought, I don't know where they are, they're around here somewhere. I bought new ring and pinions, so I could have overdrive in the front, underdrive in the front, overdrive in the rear, and I pulled apart the rear axle to fit them and realised that it's different. It is not a direct copy. And I thought, that really sucks. And then I had this bright idea that I just swap the rear axles around, which will give me, with a stock Beluga front axle, and the rear one has underdrive, which is 35 ring, 10 pinion, and it gives me about 12% difference or underdrive in the front. And then by doing the same, by putting the Beluga rear axle in the Traxxas TRX4 Sport, which also has underdrive in the front, again get around about that 12%. So that's what I've been doing. That's the only thing of note I've done to this rig, but I'm working on it. The Endura LCG rig over here is in bits, and I've already mentioned that because I pulled the front axle out to put it in something else. So that's on the bench as well. Then we have this monster, which is a RGT rock hammer. There is, I think it might have been sold under another couple of different names. There's even Facebook groups for this thing. It's a really, really cool rig. It has the old style SCX10, the original SCX10, that style of axles, so the really big pumpkin, and that's not screwed on, so can I pull that off? Yep. Then what they've done is they've put these extensions in. Now that's not the extension that come with it because I munted them. So yeah, and then that way it gives you the wider wheel track. So I bought this very early on when I was into crawlers because I like the 2.2 inch wheeled rigs. And then because the front's not great, I've replaced all the alloy bits on here, put new spools in because they need plastic spools. And then I put these these are like a hybrid axle. They're a Wraith width, but they use an AR44 pinion and wheel, crown wheel pinion, what are they called? Ring and pinion in here. So I ran that and I quite like that rig, worked really well. But then I got more into the 1.9 rigs and then I don't use this anymore. So this has been sitting around, and so I've actually put this back together. I'll put the original diffs back in because I'm actually giving it to some friends' kids because I don't use it at all. So I've had to, there was a few different bits and pieces I had to put a new transmission in it because the other one was clicking, stripped a couple of teeth off the gears. So I've now got a new transmission in, and then I basically put the diffs in. I just put a 1060 ESC in, an old radio that I had, and these tyres here, which funnily enough are Tiger Dogs, which had the I tested the 1.9 Tiger Dogs a couple of months ago. These are the 2.2s. They're brand new, I've never used them. And they're sitting around. I tried to sell them, no one sort of was interested, and I thought, bugger it, I'll put it on this rig. And I'm nearly there. The only thing that I've got to do now is that when I put these axle extensions in and you tighten the wheel up, the actual axle extensions now hit the knuckle and the wheel won't turn like this one. So I need to find a solution. But I do have another set of these, so I'm going to try them and hopefully there's enough spacing on there. And then once I've done that, then I'm actually good to go. Can give it to my friends' kids and they can cut sick on it and go nuts. Right, that's a wrap. That's the end of the first episode of What's in the Box, What's on the Bench. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and keep an eye out for new videos coming up in the next week or two.